Class, class. Good evening. If anyone in the audience requires a headset for Spanish translation, please raise your hand and a device will be provided to you. Board Member Espericueta.
Buenas tardes a todos. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Si alguien requiere algunos audífonos para que se les traduzca al español, por favor levante su mano y se les va a proveer unos audífonos. Gracias.
Welcome to the Palm Springs Unified School District regular meeting of the Board of Education. Today is Tuesday, May 12th, 2026. We're so glad you're here with us, whether you're joining us in person or watching us on YouTube. Thank you for being a part of tonight's meeting. I will now call the meeting to order. Can I get a roll call, please?
Member Jarrell? Here. Member Espericueta?
Here.
Member Girardi?
Here.
Vice President Irvin?
Here.
President Cornett?
Here. The Pledge of Allegiance will now be led by Board Member Olivia Aparicio.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will you please remain standing for a moment of silence to be observed for Rosie Tapia. Rosie Tapia dedicated 26 years of service to Palm Springs Unified School District. She began her career as a resource center clerk, then served as an administrative secretary for 22 years at Vista Del Monte Elementary School. Please be seated. Item 6D, our mission statement will be read by Student Board Member Sarah Singh in English and Student Board Member Leslie Aguilar Hernandez in Spanish.
All members of Palm Springs Unified School District are united in our commitment to equity. We create deep, meaningful learning opportunities, build professionalism, and engage parents and community to ensure success for all students. All students graduate with the skills, capacities, and confidence needed to succeed in a rapidly changing world.
Todos los miembros del Distrito Escolar Unificado de Palm Springs están unidos en nuestro compromiso con la equidad. Queremos oportunidades de aprendizaje profundas y significativas. Queremos profesionalismo y involucramos a los padres y a la comunidad para garantizar el éxito de todos los estudiantes. Todos los estudiantes se graduarán con las habilidades, capacidades y confianza necesaria para tener éxito en un mundo de cambio rápido.
Thank you, Sarah and Leslie. Item 6E, our land acknowledgement will be read by Student Board Member Tracy Ted Enting.
The Palm Springs Unified School District acknowledges the Cahuilla as the original stewards of the land on which the Palm Springs Unified School District facilities now sit. We are grateful to have the opportunity to work with the indigenous people in this place. We pay our respect to the Cahuilla people past, present, and emerging who have been here since time immemorial.
Thank you, Tracy. Item 7, report of closed session actions. Clerk Irvin, are there any closed session actions to report?
No, President Cornett, there are no closed session action items to request.
Item 8, approval of the agenda.
Board President Cornett, we would like to remove agenda item 17I from the agenda at this time.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Item 9, approval of the meeting minutes for April 28th, 2026. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes?
I move the motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Item 10, public comments. Vice President Irvin, have we received any electronic comments?
Yes, we received one electric comment, and we reviewed and received that.
Thank you. In-person comments. All comments are to be directed to the board to be under 3 minutes and shall be devoid of any personal attacks. Members of the public are expected to maintain a professional, courteous decorum during public comments. Board members do not respond to public comments. Do we have any members of the public who wish to address the Board of Education? If there's anyone else, we have yellow cards that you could bring up. We have one here, Blanca Torres. Can you please come up to the podium?
Hi. Well, I just want to say my name is Blanca, and I have a small business, Fired Up Pottery, and I've been blessed with the opportunity to bring my business to the community, to the kids, and I have been working, it's been 3 years now. I've been working individually with Cielo Vista to do ceramics hand building with students, and this was my first school year working with Palm Springs Unified School District, working with students. And I am very blessed for the opportunity, and I see how much the kids enjoy it. And I look forward to being able to expand more and bring this activity more to other students in the district.
Thank you. Item 11A, approval of salary and employment agreement of Director Early Childhood Education OE 4.4. Mr. Hill, would you like to make the introduction?
All right, good evening, Board President Cornett, esteemed board members. It's my pleasure to make the recommendation for Linda Rodriguez for the position of Director of Early Childhood Education. If you could please join me up here, Ms. Rodriguez. Ms. Rodriguez has over 14 years of administrative experience in early childhood education. She earned her associate's degree in child development from the College of the Desert, a bachelor's of arts in social science from Chapman University, and a master's in education from Brandman University. From 2010 to 2019, she worked with the Riverside County Office of Education as a program development specialist, supporting early childhood education programs across the county on a range of issues from compliance and record keeping to training and monitoring. In 2019, Ms. Rodriguez joined the Palm Springs Unified School District as the coordinator of early childhood education. Under her leadership, the district has successfully completed program reviews from both state and federal government. Ms. Beggs, the Executive Director of Early Care and Education from the Riverside County Office of Education, has stated that Linda has been an integral member of the team leading early care and education programs for Palm Springs Unified. She ensures the sites meet quality standards, have systems in place to consider the diverse needs of our student, and ensure inclusive, equitable, and culturally responsive education practices. Welcome, Ms. Rodriguez. Please address the board and introduce any guests that are in the audience.
I would like to say thank you so much for the opportunity to serve as your Director of Early Childhood in Palm Springs Unified School District. And I want to say thank you to my family that's here and my staff. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the following employment agreement? Employment agreement with Linda Rodriguez, Director of Early Childhood Education, salary schedule 223, column 10, step 4, effective date May 13th, 2026. May I get a motion to approve?
Move for approval.
May I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations, Ms. Rodriguez. Special recognitions 12A. The governing board wishes to recognize and commend the following employees of the month for May 2026. We have a few short videos produced by our digital media interns.
Today we are recognizing Erica Omier as our Teacher of the Month. She's done an amazing job of recognizing students. The Hispanic Heritage Month has become a great staple at Palm Springs High School, and she's another person that has just went above and beyond to make sure students are seen and recognized. Another reason why we are recognizing her is she's done an amazing job of building a strong Spanish program here at Palm Springs High School. Strong Spanish Honor Society, COD dual enrollment, and AP courses. Our students are passing the AP exam at awesome rates, and that's one of the great qualities I think about when I think about Miss Erica Omier.
So I've had Miss Omier for 2 years now, and she's just a really fun teacher to be around. You can tell she really loves her students, and she's really good at her job and explaining things.
Miss Omier, thank you so much for all the work that you do for Palm Springs High School, the students, our staff, and our community. You're an amazing individual and have done amazing things here and will continue to do amazing things. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work. We truly appreciate you. Today we're recognizing Tony Asino as Classified Employee of the Month. Tony is a security guard here at Palm Springs High School and does an amazing job of caring for our students every day. He's someone that cares deeply, makes strong relationships with our students, and makes sure that he is connecting with them to help them succeed in high school and beyond. Tony is someone who is proactive. He's not somebody that is just here doing his job. He's looking at ways to help ensure the safety and provide so much for our students, and has done an amazing job of doing that. And this is one of the main reasons why we're nominating him.
Let's say that I need an advice or something, he's always there. Or like if he sees me like I'm sad or like dealing with something, he's always like giving me like jokes or like telling me jokes and making like my day better, like I said. So yeah. I appreciate it a lot.
Hey, Tony, you're an amazing man. Thank you for all the work that you do here at Palm Springs High School. You do more than just your security job. You're someone that is here every day making a true difference in people's lives, our students' lives, our teachers, our staff, and our community. Great job, my man. We couldn't do it without you. You're one of the best at Palm Springs High School. Thank you so much.
At this time, will the Governing Board, Executive Cabinet, and the Palm Springs High School Administration team please join at the front of the stage? The Governing Board would like to recognize and commend our Classified Employee of the Month from Palm Springs High School, Tony Jose Encino. Tony, congratulations, Tony. Is there anyone in the audience who you'd like to recognize, acknowledge, or call up to join you at the front?
Hello? Hello?
Just want to say thank you very much for this great honor. I want to thank everybody at Palm Springs High School, the admin, staff, especially the kids. Go Indians. The security department for all this support. I'm blessed to be part of the team, and my family and my wife was always there for me and backing me up and everything. Go Indians!
Thank you, Tony, and congratulations. Up next, the governing board would like to recognize and commend our certificated employee of the month from Palm Springs High School, Mrs. Erica O'Meara. Congratulations, Mrs. O'Meara. Is there anyone in the audience who you'd like to recognize, acknowledge, or invite up to join you?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas noches tengan todos ustedes. Para mí es un honor estar aquí siendo reconocida. Gracias a todo lo que es la Junta Directiva, a nuestro superintendente, el doctor Fanches, al señor Ventura. Muchísimas gracias por este reconocimiento. Este reconocimiento se lo dedico a mi hijo, a mi esposo, a mis estudiantes, a los que están aquí presentes y los que están viendo desde allá, desde la distancia. A mi familia que me está viendo desde muy lejos, desde México, muchas gracias. Good evening, everyone. I am truly honored to be here. Thank you once again, Dr. Funches, Mr. Ventura. I really appreciate it. I would like to dedicate this award to my son, my husband, my students, the current and the past students. To my family back in Mexico, thank you so much. To Mr. Aviña, thank you for all your support. To my colleagues and friends, muchísimas gracias.
Thank you, Mrs. O'Meara. Congratulations. All the students who are here supporting Mrs. O'Meara, please stand at the bottom, base, and the front of the stage for a quick photo. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. O'Meara. Congratulations. Up next, the governing board would like to recognize and commend the following scholars for academic excellence. Up first, from Palm Springs High School, Cyan Bivens. Mr. Ventura, would you like to share a few words about Cyan?
Yes, thank you. What an amazing smile this kid has, huh? Congratulations, Cyan. Cyan Bivens is an outstanding student at Palm Springs High School with a truly bright future ahead of her. She consistently demonstrates tremendous work ethic paired with positive and engaging personality that makes her stand out. As one of the top students in her class, Cyan not only excels academically, but is also actively involved in numerous activities and groups on campus. One place where her vibrant personality truly shines through is the Palm Springs Indian News Network, where she is valued part of the film team. Cyan greets everyone with a warm smile and carries herself with genuine courtesy. Among so many exceptional students, she is especially deserving of this recognition, and we are proud to celebrate her achievements. She's got a bright future ahead of her. We can't wait to see what you do in this world, girl. Congratulations.
Thank you, Cyan. Congratulations. The next scholar we'd like to recognize for academic excellence is Lila Koo. Mr. Ventura, would you like to share a few words about Layla?
Yes, please. Today, we're very proud. Today, we are very proud to recognize Layla Koo as one of the top students of Palm Springs High School. Layla has demonstrated exceptional academic excellence, maintaining an outstanding GPA while also serving as a dedicated member of ASB. What truly sets Layla apart is her quiet leadership. She consistently works behind the scenes to support our school and community, giving her time and energy both in and out of the classroom. While her contributions don't always receive the recognition they deserve, they have made a meaningful and lasting impact on Palm Springs High School. Layla is a young woman of strong character and integrity. She carries herself with professionalism and represents both herself and our school with pride. We are excited to see what she will accomplish as she continues her education at the University of Southern California. Please join me in congratulating the amazing Layla Koo.
Thank you, Layla, and congratulations. Up next, the governing board would like to recognize and commend the following parent for being involved in Palm Springs High School activities and events: Cassandra Dorado. Mr. Ventura, would you like to share a few words about Cassandra?
It would be my pleasure. Excuse me, thank you. Tonight, we want to make a moment to recognize someone who has given so much of herself to Palm Springs High School, Miss Cassandra Dorado. Cassandra is not only a dedicated employee at Palm Springs Unified School District, but also an incredible parent who has poured her time and energy and her heart into this school community. Over the past several years, with 3 students who have walked these halls, she has consistently shown up, whether it was for fundraising events, supervision, ASB support, or simply being present when it mattered the most. Her commitment has helped shape not just her own children into strong leaders, but has had a positive impact on countless students here at Palm Springs High School. She embodies what it means to truly support a school community. As her 2 sons graduate this year, we want to thank her for everything she has given. While we certainly will miss her presence, we are excited for the next chapter ahead and hopefully some relaxing time and new adventures for herself. Cassandra, thank you for your dedication, your spirit, and your unwavering support of Palm Springs High School. It is truly a better place because of parents like you. Thank you so much, Mr. Otto.
Cassandra, would you like to share a few words? Is there anyone in the audience who you'd like to acknowledge?
Thank you for all the students that are always willing to help and just invite me into your community, especially being high school. They're like, oh, parents know. Thank you for my kids for allowing me to help for all the events, and just thank you.
Thank you, Cassandra, and congratulations. Up next, the governing board would like to recognize and commend the following student board members for their participation during the 2025-2026 school year. Up first from Cathedral City High School, Leslie Aguilar Hernandez. From Desert Hot Springs High School, Sarah Singh. From Palm Springs High School, Tracy Ted Inton. And from Rancho Mirage High School, Olivia Aparicio.
On behalf of the Board of Education, I cannot express how much we've learned from these 4 outstanding seniors, and I think that all of you have appreciated too, having them represent your schools. And every meeting, we've learned so much from the 4 of you, and I hope you've taken away something from us also. and we want to wish you the very, very, very best on your journey ahead, and not only in college, but as life, we wish you the very, very best. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much, students, and congratulations. If we can have everyone's attention to the front of the room, we have a short video we'd like to share with you.
Sarah, congratulations on being the board member for the school district representing your school. We are so proud of you that you have accomplished so much. And we knew from the day you were born that you're going to make something of yourself, and you're going to have a very bright future, and we can see it, and we are there to support you on every single step of your life. So again, congratulations from all of us, and I hope you have a very bright future.
Yay! Hi all, we just want to say we're really proud of you for using your voice and speaking up when it matters, and we love you and we're here to support you wherever you go next.
Hi, baby girl. I'm so proud of you too. Takes a lot of work to do what you do, and the way you do it, you've carried yourself so well this year, and your leadership skills have been in the spotlight, and we're so proud of you for that, for taking risks, for being a leader, for being the person that you are with character and integrity, and all the things that you do. We're just so proud of you. We love you.
Hi, Kuya.
Hi, Kuya.
Hi, Kuya. Congratulations on your achievements. We are so proud of you. Continue to chase your dreams and be the light of the people around you. God bless you. We are here to support you.
Thank you for being a good son, Kuya, and a good brother to Tristan.
Hi, Kuya. Just thank you for being my brother. Thank you for being an inspiration to me my whole life. And do good in college, and I wish you the very best.
Bye.
Bye.
We love you, Kuya.
Love you.
Yo de mi parte me siento gustoso con ella porque es buen estudiante, es inteligente, y le gusta mucho el deporte, el fútbol.
Y pues yo también, no sé, me siento muy orgullosa de ella y de todas mis hijas. Y ella, como es la última, le vamos a dar todo el apoyo. Vamos a tratar de estar con ella mientras Dios lo permita, estar siempre con ella, y nos sentimos muy orgullosas. Ya va a salir de la high school y se va a venir a la universidad, que Dios lo permita. Gracias.
Hi sis, we are so proud of you for all of your accomplishments and involvements that you've had in school. We all know that you're such a good student, and you're making me, mom, dad, and our other sister really, really proud. So we can't wait for you to go on to school, see what other things you accomplish once you're there. If you have any questions or any concerns at any point, always know that we're here for you.
Congratulations, Leslie!
Congratulations. At this time, will Mrs. Joan Boyko and Mr. Bryce Johnson please join us on stage? The governing board would like to recognize and commend the following scholars from Cathedral City High School's Digital Arts Technology Academy. Up first, we have our scholars for the You Learn Something New Every Day podcast, Kaylee Marinan, Sofia Hernandez, and Natalie Alanis. Mrs. Boyko or Mr. Johnson, would you like to share a few words about these scholars?
I've never met a Mike I haven't liked. Just real brief, I didn't think that Mr. Johnson could beat last year's interns in terms of the quality, and I don't know if they're better. They are as good, which is, they're absolutely amazing. I have not had to ask the whole entire year, where is it? And oh, by the way, I'm talking about our podcast. You learn something new every day. We're, in a couple months, we will have our 500th show. So if you, thank you. But the truth of the matter is, I have the easy part. I show up and talk. It's the interns from our data program that do the heavy lifting, because if it weren't for them, this show wouldn't exist. If you haven't heard it, you can get it on Spotify, or we post every Monday on our social media. So, ladies, I just want to thank you for everything that you've done. You're amazing, and you will do great things, no doubt. And remember, the letters are always available, even if it's like 10 years from now.
So I think it's been 10 years that we've been collaborating with this, and Joan said that she didn't know if they were better than last year, but one thing I will say is we added video this year, so there was more that they had to do, and anyone that's worked with Joan, she's on top of it, and I always want to have students that can handle that pressure and that consistency, and these students went above and beyond. Last year, we made an initiative to kind of level up our game, and I really feel that these interns just kept that going and then expounded on that. So give them a round of applause. They are awesome.
Congratulations. At this time, will Marion Bouchot please join us on stage? Up next, we'd like to recognize and commend our video interns, Indy Chacon and Sofia Hernandez. Marion, would you like to share a few short words about our media interns?
Yeah, I wish I had all the time in the world to just boast about how amazing they are. They really are, and as you can see, the work that they've done, if you've been to a few of our board meetings, they are in charge of editing all of the Employee of the Month videos that you guys see, so I go out and shoot the videos, but they are given all the pieces, and they are the ones that are producing it. So it's not as easy as it looks. I'm giving them videos that they haven't seen before, interviews they haven't seen before, and they're chopping it up, picking the sound bites, taking it bit by bit, and you truly make people's day, week, month, like it's a big deal to stand up here and to see those videos, and you guys really are changing lives because it could really make someone's whole year when they're up here and they get that recognition, and you guys play a big role in that. So thank you so much for being on top of it. Thank you for communicating. Thank you for keeping me in the loop. It's okay, we were communicating along the way. But we learned, and this is what you guys do. We learned together. You guys taught me as much as I hopefully taught you guys, and I'm just so honored that you guys decided to be along on this journey with me. Thank you.
It is an honor to talk about these two students. These are two of the most creative people that I've ever taught, and I'm very excited to see whatever they decide to do because I know they're going to do something really amazing in the world. And if you ever have a chance to talk to these two students, they are amazing. Give them a round of applause.
Thank you and congratulations. Up next, we'd like to recognize and commend our photo interns, Victoria Perez and Yeiri Pedraza. Marion, would you like to share a few short words?
Sorry, Monica. Okay, these are amazing photo interns, and you guys know as a school district there are countless events happening all the time during the week, on the weekend, and I cannot be everywhere all at once. And I count on these amazing photography interns to go to events, capture our board, our students, and they take feedback really well. I'm telling them, get candids, get group shots, this is who you're looking for. Sometimes I'm telling them to look for people they've never met before, and it's like a Where's Waldo game for them, but they do an amazing job. They've communicated with me, they've kept on top of their deadlines, and I'm just so, so proud of them. So whether or not you continue doing photography, I hope you still do it, but I hope you've gained some really valuable skills throughout the internship, and I'm so, so proud of you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you and congratulations. Up next, can we please have Mr. Hammond to the podium at the front of the room?
Good evening, President Cordet, board members, Superintendent Funchess, cabinet, staff, families, and honored guests. My name is Mr. Hammond, principal at Catherine Finchy Elementary School and president of Palm Springs Leadership Association. Before we begin tonight, I would like to recognize the other members of PSLA board that are here in attendance. Mrs. Joan Boyko, please stand. Mr. Omar Tinoco. Dr. Karen Demick. Dr. Julio Omir, and Mrs. Brenda Santana. Each year, PSLA proudly awards scholarships to outstanding graduating seniors of Palm Springs Unified School District staff from across the district who have demonstrated perseverance, leadership, academic achievement, and a commitment to their future goals. These students represent the very best of our schools and our community, and we are incredibly proud to celebrate their accomplishments tonight. This year, we had over 30 applicants from across the district, and we awarded 10 scholarships of $1,000 each. At this time, I would like to recognize each scholarship recipient and share their future college and career aspirations. From Cathedral City High School, Jacqueline Hernandez will be attending UC Santa Barbara, where she plans to major in biology. From Desert Hot Springs High School, Abel De Leon will attend Cal State San Bernardino and major in nursing. Liana Jackson will attend Liberty University and major in early childhood education. Maria Ruiz will attend Cal State San Bernardino and major in pre-nursing. From Palm Springs High School, Isabella Byers plans to attend a University of California or Cal State University campus and major in business and communications. Riley Spear will attend Cal Poly San Luis Obispo and major in environmental or marine sciences. From Rancho Mirage High School, Olivia Aparicio will attend Penn State University and major in kinesiology and sports psychology. Micah Bistricki will attend New Mexico State University and major in engineering. Diego Serna plans to attend either UC San Diego or San Diego State and major in business economics or finance. And from Desert Learning Academy, Dulcini Cervantes will attend College of the Desert before transferring to Cal State Fullerton to pursue music education. And at this time, let's give all of our PSLA scholarships one more amazing round of applause. Yeah. And then at this time, scholarship winners, if we could get you back up to the front. So on top of the stage. On top of the stage so that we can be recognized with pictures.
Do you want to come use the microphone, Ryan? Do you want to use the microphone? Congratulations. And this concludes our special recognitions. At this time, will the Board of Education and Executive Cabinet make their way to the audience so that they can see the presentations?
At this time, we're at item 13A, Educational Services Department update. Dr. Kovac will introduce Dr. Dimick.
Good evening. I have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Karen Dimick, our Director of College and Career Readiness. And this evening, she will be presenting along with 4 of our scholars. They will be providing an overview of our College and Culture Tour, and this is our 5th year for this presentation. Dr. Dimick.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to present. I am very excited to highlight this year's College and Culture Tour, and I am also fortunate to present alongside our excellent scholars. I'm going to start off with a quick overview, a brief overview, and then I'm going to hand the mic to each of our scholars. I'll be introducing them, and they'll be sharing their perspectives firsthand. First off, I would like to start off by thanking and expressing our utmost gratitude to the Board of Education, Dr. Funches, APAC, and also the Foundation. Their tremendous support over the years has allowed for us to provide these opportunities for our students, and it has truly been an impactful and transformative experience. As I mentioned, it was very powerful, the experience, the journey. We had 6 chaperones who served as mentors alongside 36 scholars representing our high schools across the district. Through the opportunities, we were able to truly understand history, culture, and a variety of universities across the United States in the Washington, D.C. area. Our chaperones shown here, I really want to express my utmost gratitude. Each and every one of the chaperones that you see in this picture truly served as mentors to our students before the experience, before the tour, throughout the tour, and even after as well. We were able to share our stories, our college experiences, and also we learned from each other and we learned from our scholars. So thank you, Principal Omar Tinoco, Vera Johnson, Bryce Johnson, Marisol Guerrero, and Lisa Lorraine. And as you can see, we were able to tour a variety of universities, from Howard University to Morgan State University and also Georgetown. But I won't share all the details because our scholars will. These are some pictures just to show you that we really established a sense of community across the entire tour experience. Students were able to get to know each other across high schools and learn from each other as well. Specifically, we had civic learning experiences. This is just one picture to show you one of the many monuments that we toured, the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. And also, our nation's capital and the White House, along with many other monuments. Students were also able to really understand immersive experiences touring a variety of museums. Without further ado, I am going to be introducing our scholars. This is the more interesting and exciting part of the presentation because you will hear from our student leaders. We are going to save our round of applause for the very end. So we have several students who will each share their perspectives firsthand, so you can hear from them. Our first student speaker is Asia Walker, and she will be presenting about the history and culture.
Hello, good afternoon, evening. I have and always have believed in the encouragement and importance of African American history because it is consistently forgotten that it is still American history. It is crucial to know that the dehumanizing of Black people wasn't too long ago, in addition to the reaction of resilience despite efforts to shun results. I enjoyed the timeline in the museum that it was sectioned into, from before slavery to modern day. I also loved seeing the different in representation of Black aesthetic through music, art, and speech, symbolizing that we are and we're a part of everything, as well as being aware and knowledgeable of what I was looking at in the museum due to my AP African American Studies class. Words can't explain the joy I felt being able to share with my new friends on the trip about the history I had just recently learned in class that was represented in the museum. I am beyond thankful for the opportunity my peers and I experienced being able to go to this museum in addition to the rest of the museums we had visited. It would bring me the most happiness to know that the next groups of scholars that see the same museum that lit sparkles into my eyes. Thank you.
Thank you, Asia. Next, we have Fermin Rodriguez, who will be presenting on national monuments and memorials.
When people think about Washington, D.C., they think about famous monuments and memorials. But honestly, for me, I recognize them from movie first. Seeing them on screen, but seeing them in person feels completely different from seeing the reflecting pool in Forrest Gump while Forrest gives his speech to Spider-Man saving his classmates in the Washington Monument in Spider-Man Homecoming, and even Megatron sitting on the Lincoln Memorial in Transformers Dark of the Moon. These places always felt larger than life. What this trip showed me is that these aren't just movie props, these are real-life monuments filled with history, meaning, and emotion. One quick fact we learned up on the trip was that the Lincoln Memorial has 87 steps leading to the top, connecting to Abraham Lincoln's famous Gettysburg Address, which begins with 407 years, meaning 87 years. That was just one of many interesting facts we learned during the tour. Aside from the presidential memorials, we also visited powerful war memorials like the World War II Memorial and the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Seeing all these monuments in person made me realize that Washington, D.C. is more than just a setting in movie. It's a place where history, sacrifice, and memories are honored every day. Overall, it was a true blessing to be a part of this trip and make new friends along the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Fermin. Next, we have Mia Johnson, who will be presenting on the essential skills for success in college, career, and life through the Portrait of a Graduate Realized.
Good evening. I never thought about leaving this valley. I never thought it was possible for a girl like me. From the logistics of the idea of leaving to the idea of leaving the only home that I've ever known. I never thought it was possible until this trip. This trip opened my eyes and showed me that a life in DC is not only possible, but likely. Taking a group trip can be extremely difficult and daunting for everyone involved. Communication and problem-solving skills are a need, or else it simply just doesn't work. Throughout the trip, we were guided but also given a lot of autonomy to best replicate the college experience. This gave me a great look at the everyday bits of college, not just the obvious aspects. The things you don't think about, like getting breakfast or even finding where you left your flat iron in your new place. On the trip, we were allowed to pick our own breakfast and budget accordingly. While doing this, we learned to navigate a place that we aren't familiar with and spend money properly. We learned to go to sleep on time and wake up with enough time the next morning to be properly prepared for our following day. We were given groups and allowed to pick our group to spend our allotted time with. We learned how to compromise and act and communicate and find a place to properly accommodate all of the group needs. This experience forced me and my peers to trust each other and work together. Most importantly, it showed what myself and every other Afro-Latina are capable of if we so wish. I will carry the skills and confidence I gained from this trip with me forever. For that, I am eternally grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mia. And I just want to emphasize, our scholars have a lot that they are balancing in both their classroom experiences, their extracurricular activities, and I want to really thank them for being here. We have another scholar who can't make it this evening because he's at a choir concert. So he chose to produce a video with his colleagues to ensure that he could share a special message. So we have Christopher Lewis. Anthony, please play the video.
Good evening, board members. I am so sorry that I cannot make it. I had a choir concert that was extremely mandatory that I could not miss. My name is Christopher Lewis. I'm hoping you guys are all doing well, for starters, but I would like to talk about the university impact the College and Culture Tour program has provided not only me, but everyone else that was on this trip. So this trip to DC has given us a lot of insights on great opportunities outside of California. We visited Morgan State, Georgetown, and Howard University. We got to see how these schools shape their students into who they are today. And we also got to see that there's a home for everyone and their field of study and interests. So what I got to learn personally is that no matter how far from home you are, there's a home for you. So now, when touring Howard, I was informed on how special and how meaningful this tour really was, not only for me, but for my parents, as they wanted me to get pictures of people in the Phi Beta Sigma fraternity and the Zeta Phi Beta sorority. Both of these organizations were founded by Howard, and both of these organizations my parents were in. So with that experience, getting to know them, I also got to see that it wasn't just the campus and extracurricular activities that enlightened me for this university, but it was also the history, culture, and tradition that has influenced these schools and molded them to what they are today. And that has made a personal impact on me. Thank you guys so much for your time. My name is Christopher Lewis from Cathedral City High School.
Thank you, Christopher. And last but certainly not least, we have Devin Morales, who will be emphasizing the academic and community connections that are all so important for this entire experience.
Good evening, everyone. This college and culture tour trip has really shown me that my future is coming up fast and that I should start looking at my options. It's really opened me up to look outside my state and to all the opportunities that are outside of here, such as Georgetown, Howard, or Morgan State University. These college experiences were pivotal in showing me the unique academic courses or programs that take place outside my state. Not only were the academic sites really helpful in broadening my scope, but also the sense of community was warm and inviting. Seeing everyone connect through either clubs, fraternities, or sororities, classes, and other programs has once again reminded me that community can be formed wherever, despite everyone's cultural differences. Traveling with my group, visiting universities, and experiencing new things has really emboldened a passion in me to get out of my comfort zone and travel far, seeking education in parts of the world I never thought I would before. Overall, this was one of the most influential trips in my life as I've seen different cultures flourish, new academic opportunities that will affect my choice in education, and instances in community that will forever stick with me. That is my college and culture tour experience. Thank you.
And I would just like to close this presentation by thanking our scholars. You all have taught me a lot, and I just want to share with you that the possibilities are endless, and they really are portrait of a graduate realized in that they are future leaders, innovators, dreamers, and entrepreneurs. The list goes on. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Demick and students, for the wonderful presentation. Next, we have item 13B, monitoring report governing policy OE11, operational expectations, learning environment, and treatment of students, OE-11. Dr. Kovac will introduce Laura Musel.
Thank you, Board President Cornett. It is my pleasure to introduce our Executive Director of Student Support Services, Laura Musel, who will be reviewing Operational Expectations 11, Treatment of Students, and I'll turn it over to Laura.
Thank you. Good evening, Board. Dr. Funchess and Executive Cabinet. I gotta stand on my tippy toes. Tonight I'm presenting to you OE11. This is Operational Expectation for Learning Environment and Treatment of Students. We're going to look at the climate of high student achievement, safe and respectful learning environment, appropriate disciplinary procedures and expectations, confidentiality of student information, and collection process. So number one, the superintendent will create and maintain a climate that's characterized by support and encouragement for high student achievement. So we use local climate surveys for this. We use a collection of surveys, the Panorama survey that our students, staff, and family members complete. We also use our thought exchange during the LCAP input to collect survey data across our community. And our evidence of compliance for this is the board values school learning and environments characterized by high levels of assistance and positive reinforcement. What we received from this year's local climate survey was that our results showed in elementary school, we had a 2% increase in the climate of support for academic learning. So it asked students questions like, do they feel challenged in their classes? Do they feel supported by their teachers? Do they feel like they're growing academically with a focus on language arts, math, science, and social studies? And so for elementary, we had a 2% increase. And in elementary, we also saw a 3% increase in knowledge and fairness of discipline, rules, and norms. So we ask students questions like, do they know what the school rules are? Do they understand them? Do they feel like they can follow them? Do they feel that they're implemented fairly and used the same across the board? So those are really good results across in our elementary school. There's two other areas that we look at too, sense of belonging and school safety. And in elementary school, those two measures stayed the same. They didn't decrease, but they didn't increase. But in secondary, all four areas had an increase this last year. Our largest gain was sense of belonging for secondary students at 4% and school safety at 3%. Now you'll remember last board meeting during the study session, we presented a full report to you on Panorama, and you have all the results for the full survey. But OE11 highlights the two areas, the four areas that we're reviewing here for you. So we attribute the growth to our wellness center access. We're expanding our wellness centers to 15 and on our way to 26.
Also, our SEL education that all students receive through their classrooms via our counselors. We've also incorporated the Portrait of a Graduate into work through kindergarten through 12th grade with our counselors. So Karen Demick partnered with Lisa Todd, our Director in Student Services, and we've rolled out an entire Portrait of a Graduate K through 12 to address the 4 areas that also show up in the SEL surveys. Next, number 2 is creating and maintaining safe and respectful learning environments. We look at making sure that students don't experience harm, violence, or any disruptions during their school day. We want them to feel safe at school, to not be targets of bullying and harassment, feel as though school is a safe place. We also want students to feel that rules and consequences are clear, focused, and consistently enforced. So in addition to the survey, we do a high-risk survey for our secondary students as well as the panorama survey. We also look at our dashboard data, and we reviewed this with you during results 4 at the last board meeting, but we wanted to report out that we have moved to green on the dashboard. This means that we declined our suspensions by 1%. All of our subgroups had an improvement, but one subgroup, our most impressive subgroup declining for suspension was our African American group, who declined 6.1%. The district as a whole declined by 1%. And that one group that did not improve was our American Indian group. It didn't go up, but it didn't decrease, it maintained. So, but we did see improvements in every other subgroup, with our foster youth and our homeless being also a large decrease. And we sent that information to you in the Friday report. Number 3, we want to assure that all confidential student information is properly used and protected. So every year we make sure there were no violations of privacy or confidentiality, and we're happy to report that for this year we didn't have any violations. Number 4, we want to make sure that teachers, administrators, and students are involved in the student discipline policy, and that our community has a chance to give input on our policies. And so the Director of Security confirms safe school reports every year. And so safe school reports come through the school site council. The school site council reviews the safe school plans, and then those plans are brought to the board, and they were approved this year on February 24th. Area number 5, this is where we make sure that all of our stakeholders are informed about the school policies and rules related to disciplinary expectations. So we have to follow education code anytime we suspend a student. We notify parents of our disciplinary practices through many different modalities. Right now, we are doing our online enrollment. This is called OLR, where families are given a link to the school handbook and the district handbook, and they sign electronically that they've reviewed all of the district policies, including disciplinary policies. We also do an assembly or a class meeting for every single student across the district at the beginning of the year, reviewing our rules and regulations, making sure that everyone has this information, and we report this out through the school accountability report card, which is posted on the website for all the public to access. That will list how many suspensions, expulsions, safety violations each school has. Area number 6. This is where I make sure that I am impartial and that we're implementing all of our rules and regulations across the board. And I think Mr. Girardi said to me tonight, oh, you have to be diplomatic. And I said, yes, in my position, I have to look at what happens and follow the law. And so our compliance to this is for this school year and last school year, we had no appeals of any of our decisions that the board made, which is really great. And none of our expulsions or suspensions were overturned. So that means we're following the law and implementing the law. So that's really good. Oops, sorry. Number 7, tolerate any behaviors, actions, or attitudes by adults who have contact with students that hinder academic performance. So this comes through our Title IX
department. Any UCP complaints are followed. There's an investigation, and then any information that might be confidential regarding employee discipline that might relate to a negative student interaction is provided to the board through the confidential. And the last area is we want to make sure that all of our vendors follow our compliance to AB 1584, which makes sure that they don't release our student information. So the ETIS department does an excellent job making sure that our student data is protected. All of our vendors, anytime we bring on a new program, new software, we work with any new consultants, have to review and sign our data protection protocols. And all of our data is done through encrypted services. And so again, we have not had any violations. And that's the report. So overall, the evidence indicates that Palm Springs Unified School District's operational expectation 11, learning environment, treatment of students is in compliance.
Thank you. Is there any questions from the Board of Education? No? Okay, thank you. Item 13C, monitoring report governing policy OE7, operational expectation, asset protection, OE-7.
All right, thank you, Board President, and good evening, Board. It's my pleasure to present OE7, asset protection. This is for the 24-25 school year. I'll go through all 9 items. My recommendation will be that we are in compliance. Before I start, this is, as you'll see as we go through these items, it's a mixture of items across numerous departments. So really want to thank and recognize the work on the part of risk management, ETIS, maintenance, I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, and business services at large. So it really is a group effort. At the end, well, sort of a standing tradition with the asset protection presentation, we also provide a update regarding our workers' comp program. So we have with us the Director of Risk Management, Renee Burnell. I'd also like to recognize and thank several other members of the risk team that are present with us. We have our risk analyst, Jesse Sotelo, with us. We also have Marlene Velasquez. She is one of our benefit specialists. And we also have Tammy Garcia, and Tammy is the workers' comp specialist. So I want to thank and recognize them for being here. This is just sort of a broad overview. You'll see the total insured property value there at $1.14 billion. Something that Renee will or Ms. Burnell will touch on relative total payroll at $22.6 million. This will pop up in one of the subcategories within OE7 relative to our fleet. And then we'll also touch on some of the training. So some highlights for us here. So beginning here with OE7-1, and for this one, the superintendent will maintain property and casualty insurance coverage for district property with limits equal to 100%. We do have, the district has purchased property and liability assurance coverage through Southern California Relief. Sometimes you'll hear the acronym SCR, and that is a California Schools Joint Power Authority. And as you can see up there, it is for $500 million per occurrence and deemed sufficient by SCR. 7.2, the superintendent will maintain both errors and omissions and comprehensive general liability insurance coverage protecting board members, staff, and the district itself. And here we see that, again, the district has purchased property and liability through SCR, Southern California Relief, at $75 million per occurrence per our memorandum of coverage, again deemed to be sufficient by SCR. And then moving to 7.3, for this particular OE 7.3, the superintendent will assure that all personnel have access to material amounts of district and school funds are bonded. For this particular one, the district will purchase and maintain comprehensive crime insurance that provides financial protection to the district in case of incidents of theft. And on this one, again, you can see there the coverage limit per occurrence deemed to be sufficient on the count of Southern California Relief. 7.4, The superintendent will protect intellectual property. This would be your information, files, records, some of what Ms. Musil had touched on in her report. As you can see, we have 0 reports of data breaches in the 24-25 school year. And then again, you can see what our limits are there for coverage, both on the papers and records and then on the cyber liability side. As Ms. Musil pointed out, Student Services oversees the maintenance of all their student records. Human Resources maintains and oversees all employee files. For 7.5, the superintendent may not allow facilities and equipment to be subject to improper use or insufficient maintenance. Again, touched on slide number 2, we have 157 59 vehicles in our fleet, all deemed to be in good working order and not creating any issue relative to service to our district. And so you can see there are 0 interruptions as a result of that. We have systems in place for regular maintenance and checks so that we make sure that we have good preventative measures in place. I've jumped here to 7.9 because it is more appropriately grouped with the last 3 that we just went through. And this one states that the superintendent will not permit the disposal of any district property other than property deemed to be obsolete. And we have a process through govdeals.com in which we do dispose of our publicly funded property. And in the 24-25 school year, that collection was at $48,819.41. I think the prior program year was somewhere around $38,000 as it relates to the disposal of property. This just gives you a visual here as it specific to the protection of our internal systems relative to cyber security. And so you can see the internal threats coming in on the left side there. These are the layers of security that the district has purchased and put in place to ensure that we have good fidelity relative to our internal systems. At the bottom there, you'll see that we had 13 employees note that their email accounts were compromised through phishing, what is colloquially known as a phishing scheme, in which someone pretends to be from a certain email account or business, and then folks will open that up. But those were quickly addressed, and the system integrity was maintained. And then rounding it out here for starting at 7.6, the superintendent will not recklessly expose the district, the board, or the staff to legal liability. And again, within the 24-25 school year, we did not receive any judgments or enter into any settlement agreements in connection to or relative to any decision made by the superintendent. And for 7.7, the superintendent will not invest investments that are not secured or that are not authorized by law, and that was not done. 100% of excess funds are securely deposited within the Riverside County Treasurer's Pooled Investment Fund. And then lastly for me, and then I'll pause before bringing up Ms. Brunell, the superintendent may not purchase or sell real estate, including land or buildings. And so the way we interpret this is we have an internal process through board approval in which purchases and sales are done. And so over the 24-25 school year, the superintendent followed those processes the district did. We did, as you are aware, did purchase property on 1247 South Genotry, roughly 8,000 square foot building. But again, that went through the board approval process on the dates that you have listed there. So in short, the recommendation is that all areas of asset protection, OE7, are in compliance. But at this time, I will bring Ms. Brunell up to give you some highlights relative to our workers' compensation program.
Well, good evening, members of the board and Dr. Funches. I'm really happy to be here tonight because I have really good news for you. So I'm going to present the special risk management report, and I just want to share with you that risk management has taken a very employee-centric approach when it comes to risk management, because beyond the claims themselves and all the trends that we get from the workers' comp claims, we recognize that these are our colleagues and that they need to be, and they're not part of the workers' comp, that our colleagues need to be seen They need to be heard, and we need to help them get better and have them at work for why we have them here. So we don't only do compliance, it's also about the ensuring that our employees feel like they've been heard, seen, and supported through this process. Since workers' comp is a no-fault system, the system itself is very difficult to manage. So you can imagine when employees hurt and they're at their worst, we do our best to try to navigate them back to health in the same or better condition they were before the injury occurred. So with that, I want to highlight 4 areas from the special report that I think are noteworthy for you to hear about. The very first one, which I last year gave you kind of like a preemptive, is the No Member Left Behind. The No Member Left Behind program is a mandatory program for the top 5 districts in our JPA to participate in, where we work on correcting the workers' comp process to try to reduce the claims and do more investigative stuff where we look at trends and we try to work with programs and develop processes that ensure that our employees get back to work and are taken care of. With that, we have now went from being one of the top 5 for the No Member Left Behind. We have now been taken off of that program officially, and we are now ranked number 6 out of the 20 members in our JPA, which is RSMRA, which is a Riverside School Risk Management Authority. This is great news because like I've shared with all of you, it's like steering a big ship. Workers' comp just can't turn around and change it overnight. It takes anywhere from 5 to 6 years to make these numbers go down, and it's not an easy task when you're going year from year. And I have to say, in the last 5 years, we've been able to maintain this trajectory of reducing the numbers and going the other way. So coming off the No Member Left Behind program is a wonderful exit, and I'm very glad to be there, so that's a good thing. But we're only 6, and we have to keep moving down the rung, and we still have to maintain this employee-centric focus to get there. The other is the reduction of our XMOD, which is also known as the experience modification rate. This is that formula that they use to come up with a number that rates the workers' comp and our claims and loss history. So right now, the XMOD last year, the year before, because we're talking about the 24-25 year, if you recall, because these reports are last year's. So the year prior was 130.12%. We now decreased to 124.17%. This is a 4.5% reduction. We were one of the 4 in the JPA that had any reduction in their workers' comp modification rate. And this was because of the safety initiatives that we put in place, our return to work efforts, and these became measurable results. Jeff's here, and I know that he's going to see these measurable results because it helps drop our payroll dollars. So we went from paying $3.13 per $100 of payroll, and our payroll's over $230 million, to $2.85 per $100 of payroll. So this is an 8.87% reduction. That money is coming off the payroll. It's not going to the workers' comp. It's going directly into our regular funding. So you don't have to, Jeff, you got some money there. And then the next part is our return to work program. This is a program that we have in place when we have an injured employee that has modified work restrictions. We try to put them back to work with the modified work restrictions. This helps the employee recover a lot faster. It shortens the life of the claim, and it also gets them back to work, and it really has been a really good program. The year prior, we saved $149,000. This year, we doubled it. It's $332,000 that we've saved by the return to work program. So that's also a good savings for you, Jeff. Now, I'm taking care of you, helping with that budget. With that, I just have to say that I'm really proud of my team. They're here with me, and none of this could be done with all of their hard work and them focusing on our employees and making sure they have what they need to be healthy and recover and create a safe, healthy work environment. And so I'm really grateful for all of them. So with that, I will take any questions, and I thank you.
Does the board have any questions?
Mr. Girardi, no question.
Great job. I just want to tell you, great job, and thank you for saving us all those billions of dollars. And Jeff will definitely find a way to spend it.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you, Renee, and thank you for your team in risk management. And thank you, Mr. Hill. Great reports. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're We're on number 14, public hearing of initial bargaining proposal for 2026-2027 reopener negotiations with California Teamsters Local 986, Team 1 and Teams 2 to Palm Springs Unified School District OE 4.9, and public hearing regarding initial bargaining proposals for 2026-2027 reopener negotiations from the Palm Springs Unified School District to California Teamsters Local 986, Teams 1 and Teams 2, OE-4.9. The board now opens the public hearing on the initial proposal for the contract reopener from the Palm Springs Unified School District to California Teamsters Local 986, Teams 1 and Teams 2 on the initial proposal for contract reopeners for from California Teamsters Local 986, Teams 1 and Teams 2 to Palm Springs Unified School District, PSUSD. Have any written comments been received by the district as to the initial Palm Springs Unified School District initial proposal to the Teams 1 and 2 and to Teams 1 and 2 initial proposal to Palm Springs Unified School District? Right here.
We have no written comments that has been received.
Is there anyone present who wishes to provide oral comments as to the Palm Springs Unified School District initial proposal to Teams 1 and 2 and to the Teams 1 and 2 initial proposal to Palm Springs Unified School District? Are there any board members or district staff who wish to respond? Later in the agenda, the board will consider approval of initial bargaining proposal for the 2026-2027 reopeners negotiation from California Teamsters Local 986, Teams 1 and Teams 2 to the Palm Springs Unified School District, PSUSD, OE-4.9, and the initial bargaining proposals for 2026-2027 reopener negotiations from the Palm Springs Unified School District to California Teamsters Local 986, Teams 1 and Teams 2, OE 4.9. Seeing no oral comments, I now declare the public hearing closed. Item 15, board member comments. Do we have any comments from the Board of Education this evening? Who would like to go first?
Thank you, President Cornet. I would like to start with thank you, the public comment, but one email that we received a public comment related to how the school needs to support the marching band related to uniform. And now we ask the staff to, to give more information about, give me more information about how often we update the condition of the band uniform. I would like to comments about to remember that about 90% of the students came from low-income families, and I think we had to support more the marching band from the whole high schools and middle schools. Yeah. And in the April 30, I'm attending the Palm Springs High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Thank you to Principal Ventura. Thank you to, I want to give my recognition to the inducted players. I will say very quick, one was Noah Whitaker. He was a football, he still been a football player. Also, Bill Bradley, and they recognize him. He was a class of the 1962. He played football, basketball, swimming, baseball, tracks, everything. And also another one inducted was Larry Holland, Palm Springs High School class of 1971. He attended the College of the Desert, California State Dominguez, and also business owner for 37 years, and book author. It is impressive, the whole history is inducted. Also, our basketball player, football, and also they are inducted as Cynthia Rojo Prieto. She was UCR, she went to the National University, teacher, K-12 music teacher, pianist, etc. And Bill Hathaway, and he was player for the Boston Red Sox, San Luis Cardinal, and San Francisco Giants. Very impressive how many successful students have the Palm Springs High School. And in the May 1st, I have a lunch with Superintendent Dr. Funches. Thank you for your conversation that we have. Thank you. And in the same day, we had the Palm Springs High School Drone Fest. I attended the open ceremony, and the other day, the Drone Fest tournament. They were phenomenal events. They have extreme sport performance, robotic, music, teams from the whole world, from Jamaica, from Canada, from Mexico. We have the presence of one federal government from HUD. He is the liaison for and director and STEAM and community outreach from the U.S. Department of Housing. And May 5, 26, I attended with member Erwin and Gerard, the Dela Lisney Elementary School, Cinco de Mayo. Was a good turnout and good performance from the whole student. May 6th, we attended the letters recognition event. Congratulations to all teachers and administrators that continue their, to have more training to give better service to our students. And in the same day, I attended the Landau STEAM Parent Academic Night at Mount San Jacinto. May 7 and 26, and I attended the CTE showcase at the Palm Springs Air Museum, and the theme was Be the Star at Your Own Future. Sé la estrella de tu propio futuro. as a great event all the time. The students explaining how work is academy, and also we had good turnout that day. And in the same day, I attended the LAC meeting. I attend that meeting the most I can because getting information that's coming from CSBA and daily news, the English learner could miss out on support from the state. The state is proposing related to long-term and student at risk to be long-term English learner, and they are losing support. I hope they change that direction. And added to that, the Federal Department of Education plans to shut down the Office of English Language Acquisition. And I asked the school district to continue focus in the English learning and give the more support that we can. And May 8, I attended the Club de Mujeres Latina and DHS fundraising event for a scholarship for the student at the Desert Spring High School. And yesterday, we attended with our board member the APAT Kente a store celebration. Was a great event. Congratulations to all the students. And this morning, we attended the Cathedral City Stay at the city. Thank you. That is it for me.
Real quick, I just have 3 items. I've got 3 shout-outs, actually. First of all, thank you, Greater Coachella Valley Chamber of Commerce, for your State of Education. A well-attended event. Educators and leaders throughout the valley were there. I have to give a big shout-out to our student board members. They were incredible ambassadors for our district in presenting for our district, and Dr. Funchess, they were really the highlight. Well, they were one of the highlights. The second highlight was the Changles. They were just outstanding. So thank you to all of you that were there. Another shout out to Will Carr and his team for the Drone Fest. I got to go Friday night, and what a wonderful event. Great performance of these the drones. The synchronization of these drones is just really incredible, and it's technology like that that I think a lot of our students are going to be drawn to education and higher education. And then finally, congratulations to our APAC committee and also the Palm Springs Black History Committee for putting on the Kente Stole ceremony yesterday, handing out those stoles to many of our scholars. It was really a wonderful event, well attended, well supported, and a good job by everybody involved. Thank you.
I'll go. Thank you. So first, they're not here, but our student board members are very amazing, and we congratulate them and can't wait to see them at graduation. Next, I'm so happy to see all of our seniors, and we're getting notices and mentions about our seniors receiving grants, scholarships, medals, certificates, trophies, sash ceremonies, colleges, pledges, special celebrations, proms, senior events, recognitions, and it's just an amazing time of year for them. And gratitude to the people that help put that on, the donors, the scholarship organizations, the people that help with graduation pictures and gowns and help kids who don't have the money for those extra things, and FAFSA guidance, counselors, advisors, recommendation writers, mentors, support givers for the multitude of time and energy and devotion to this class of 2026. April 30th, I had the chance to see Hadestown at Cathedral City High School, the musical, and it was the teen version. Wow, those kids are so happy and thrilled to be in that production, and their harmony was just amazing. Their confidence was just so bright that afternoon. And I guess with the rest of the board, we were at the State of Education for all 3 districts. It was wonderful to be united with the other districts and see our student board members as a panel, and the 40 Changels from 6 different schools. People thought the line would end, but they just kept coming up the steps. It was a great day. We did also get to go to Cathedral City High School signing day, and 28 avid seniors were signing and pledging their time and commitment to UCSB, COD, CSUSB, Grand Canyon University, and also one pledge to be an intern at BMW. And so that was really special to see that individual pledge his intentions for his future. It was interesting at 2 different schools, and I know some of the board members have seen some of the parents, our student parents, carrying babies around. And these are the mannequin babies for child development. And it was really interesting because both of the students taking the development class said they were glad to give them back the next day. And it was really great. I have pictures of them. It's wonderful for them in their car seats to take them to events across the district. On Friday, May 1st, Felipe Sanchez, the manager of education programs, invited us to open call talent project, and the artistic director, Kaja Thurston Frary, gave special recognition to our own Barbara Anglin and gave her an award for her participation in all of the music programs at the McCallum. And don't you know that our saxophonist, congratulations to Cathedral City High School, Christopher Frias Torres, noted instrumentalist playing Caprice 3. And there was a former MTU graduate there, Linda Cisneros Gonzalez. She sang You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. And they were our own students right there in front of thousands of people over the weekend. On May 4th, May 5th, we were able to attend the Cinco de Mayo celebration at Della S. Lindley. And I know that I spoke to the principal. At least 11 groups performed. There were more than 5 teachers who taught the kids the dances. And the amount of parents that day or that evening was just terrific. And I think those kids and I guess the leadership that it took to teach each of those dances was incredible. I was with some of my board members at the letters presentation, and Jessica Whiteman has to be commended. She talked about the ripple effect. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. And there at this afternoon, in honoring this 3rd cohort, I think it's the 3rd, they committed 2 years online, 50 hours plus, practiced 18 to 27 hours, reading 18 plus hours, and they are especially noted because not only did they participate in letters, on the professional development day, they trained our teachers about good first reading practices. So across the district, there were trainings going on, put on by the letters participants. Let's see, let me go continue right here. Oh, they did teach teachers about CVC words, and there was one case, I don't know if you remember, some of you, that the pre-inventory had tears of the students stained on the piece of paper. And then the next inventory for reading, the student, they showed us a video clip of the student decoding the words, initial, medial, and final vowels and consonants. And it was just heartbreaking to see that video that they shared. On May 6th, I mentioned the dual immersion class of 2026, Celebrate Bilingualism. There were 28 students at Raymond Cree, and of those 28, 24 have already passed the Seal of Biliteracy test. They were given a folder, and in the folder it had the documents that showed they had passed the test, and they would hold them and deliver them to their registration at their high school coming up, which most likely will be Palm Springs. Ms. Ayon, Jamie Santos, Bernie Moraz, Aracelia Roquero, Debbie Sanchez, Giselle Avila, Miss Rita from the district office. It was amazing. And I want you to just hear a newcomer for he's only been in the schools for 3 years, Jesus Santiago, 8th grader. He said, it's about culture, pride, and seeing the world through a different lens. It's not about language, learning a language only. And that's where his words in English he spoke at that event. Let's see. I think, just last night, again, to all of the people, the board of APAC and all of the people, and especially the parent engagement community liaisons, they helped so much last night in the organizing, processing, and helping with Mr. Susher, Don, bringing in all of the kids and helping to make that ceremony seem seamless. The amount of parents that we saw attending was just incredible for the number of students that we were honoring. It was brilliant to bring Mr. Irvin, to bring students from all the schools to be honored. That was excellent. And going back to Raymond Cree, for 28 students, the entire gymnasium was filled with tables and tables of families and parents. And what brought them together was this wonderful ceremony, and they brought dinner, and everyone was so excited, took pictures in the balloon arch, and I really would encourage the board to attend this special ceremony maybe in future years. Thank you.
All right, so as you guys can see, the board is quite active. We've went to quite a bit of events, so I'll try not to repeat as much. We all kind of go to a lot of the events together. I, have to speak. August the 30th, I came here to this building and went to the Athletic Hall of Fame. It was something that was kind of special to me. The student that was receiving the scholarship for football happens to be one of my students that I coached all the way up from about 6 or 7 years old to he was about 13. So I want to say congratulations to Noah. I'm proud of you that you're going to college to play sports. Very happy for you. And also one of the recipients of the Hall of Fame induction from 1971, Larry Holland, happens to be my uncle. So I'm happy that my uncle has finally got recognized for his hard work and his basketball prowess. He also was great at baseball. He could have went pro, but he decided that he was more fascinated with basketball. So I just want to say congratulations, Uncle. Well done, and welcome to the Hall of Fame in Palm Springs. There was another lady that I would be remiss to not mention, and that was Catherine Rojas. I believe it was 1958 or so when she graduated. She had so much spunk, so much energy, and just told us all about the story and the histories of Palm Springs and athletics and the plight and the places that she had to go through being a woman and getting involved in sports and playing sports here at Palm Springs High School. So I'll move on to May the 1st. I also went to the Greater Coachella Valley Agua Caliente Chamber of the State of Education. As everyone else has said, our board did a wonderful job. Our student board members, they had these, I think it was 5 items that they spoke of, and I just remember community being one of them. So each one of them took something that they wanted to talk about that they learned from their experience here in the district, and community just stood out to me as one of them. Dr. Funches as well did an amazing job speaking and coordinating this video. Also on May the 1st, I went to the senior signing day at Cathedral City High School as well with Madonna Jarrell. The highlight of that for me was that we have these partnerships that we're building with companies like BMW and a lot of our students who don't have the opportunity to go to college that might be more inclined to go into a career. It's great to know that these things are available and we're culturing and building these relationships with our businesses and having our students interject and go to these places to further their careers. So great job. I also found out that the Cathedral City High School is one of the first AVID groups that formed here in the Palm Springs Unified School District. So I just want to say thank you to them for a wonderful event and congratulations to you guys at Cathedral City High School. I also, May the 5th, went to Dallas Lindley and had a wonderful experience there at the Cinco de Mayo show there. Mandy Gonzalez does a wonderful job there at that school. It was interesting to see she had her entire family there working. So she does not only believe in being a leader there at the school, but she believes in having her family there, everyone being completely involved. The rooms had to be open. There was so many parents that were there. So great job, Mandy, there at Dallas Lindley. I also attended the Cathedral City State of the District, or the State of the City at Cathedral City. It was great to see all of the wonderful things that Cathedral City has been doing. One of the things that I enjoyed was that there's a new community center, or not a community center, but a community rec park there in Cathedral City in the Dream Homes area, which is something that was there before. It was taken away and brought back there to that community. So it's great that that community got the rec center back for the families who live there in the Dream Homes community, one of the oldest neighborhoods there in Cathedral City. I also went on May 7th to the CTE Showcase. It's always great to see our students do all of these different things. Rancho Mirage, the food is always amazing. Our culinary students do a great job of preparing these meals for us, and I just want to say thank you to them and everyone who was there, all of the people, Karen Demick, all of the people who put in all those hours to put that together. It was great and well done and well received by our community. And lastly, I went on May the 11th as well with all the other board members with the APAC Kente Stall presentation. This is the 6th year, and hopefully many more years to come. I can't happen to say thank you so much to our sponsors who the Black History Committee has been there since the beginning. They stepped up. They provided the Kente stalls for our students, and this is going on 6 years. And also I want to say thank you to Dr. Funches. We were able to get a food truck to be able to provide food for our parents and our families. And it's always great to see the attendance that we had. I think we had maybe 60 of the 90 graduates here in attendance. And so it keeps getting better and better every single year. And I just want to say thank you to all of those members of APAC, all of the members of the family engagement, all of the staff here at Palm Springs Unified School District. And I've kind of wrestled with this for a while, if I wanted to address this and speak about it. I have talked many times here at these meetings, and I have mentioned the use of the N-word and how it's something that we really, really must look at as a district and something that we have to take serious. And I happened to be at one of these events, and there was 2 young ladies that were sitting next to me, and they were just going on, and they just constantly kept saying the N-word over and over again. And so I finally had to look at them and say, hey, you guys, can you please stop using that word? And it's just disheartening and it's sad that the word has evolved into a situation to where it's so acceptable and so willing to say, here I have my Palm Springs Unified School District shirt on. They had no regards, and they just continued to keep saying that. So I had to ask these young ladies, can you please stop? They did, but after a couple of seconds, they got up and walked away. And I just want to say that this is something that's really important in our district, and we have to get a handle on it. It's not okay to continue to keep saying this word for anyone. That concludes my comments.
Well, as you can see, the board has been busy, also as our cabinet has been very busy, and staff members. I would like to say thank you to Palm Springs High School staff and to Mr. Ventura for having us here tonight, and also to our tech department for coming over and helping us, and to Monica Borrego and Lilia Martin for actually providing us with all of the things that we needed tonight. So thank you very much. I also want to say thank you to Matt Ingleson for your electronic comment talking about the $20,000 you were given to use, and I've given my ideas to Dr. Funchest, and hopefully we can get that straightened out for you. Also, I really want to recognize again our student board members. They have throughout the year, they've just done an excellent job. So to Olivia and Tracy and Leslie and Sarah, again, thank you for really providing all of us with school reports throughout the year, and really providing us with your opinions on many of the things that came before the board. So we really want to wish them success in the future. And congratulations to all of tonight's honorees. They really have done an outstanding job. We've honored a lot of people tonight, so that was fabulous. And also to all of the presenters tonight for all of the presentations. Everybody did a great job. Also, I was able to go last night to APAC, the Kente Stoll and Student Awards. It was a fabulous event and really well attended, and it was really nice to see how many more kids came out to actually be recognized and presented with a stole. And today we also, the board attended the Cathedral City State of the City Luncheon. And so hopefully next year perhaps a little bit more will be said about our schools in the Cathedral City area. And that's all. Now we'd like to have Dr. Funchest and your report.
All right, I just want to highlight some of our leaders that have been awarded by the Riverside County Office of Education, our Educators of the Year. And I want to call out a few names: Jody Diaz, Assistant Principal, Raymond Cree; Jesus Silva, Counselor at Rancho Mirage High School; Tony Carrillo, Director of Fiscal Services; Marlene Velasquez, Benefits Specialist; Sarah Martin, Student Services Teacher on Special Assignment; Paulina Ochoa, Office Specialist, Adela Lindley; Kate Ambrose, Teacher at Kauai; Robert Bayreneau, Teacher at Palm Springs High School; and Evan Boomer, Teacher of Catherine Finchy. Job well done. Thank you for representing Palm Springs Unified very well. And our AXA Region 19 Educator Award, Elementary Principal of the Year, Mrs. Brenda Santana. Very proud of you. Hats go off to you as well. And to our presenters tonight, thank you for always representing PSUSD well. And I was at the Kente Stoll celebration, our African American end of the year, APAC end of the year celebration last night. And I'll say job well done to the APAC board. Thank you to our board for making sure that is highlighted and celebrated. Our seniors honored with Kente Stolls, and those scholars coming up, grade elementary through 12, honored for their academic achievements, and the King and Queen Circle. Job well done. And that concludes my comments for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Funchest. We're on to item 17A, approval of certificate and classify employee transactions, OE-4.1, 4.4. Can I get a motion to approve 17A?
Move for approval.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor? Motion passed. 17B, approval of initial bargaining proposal for the 2026-2027 reopener negotiations from California Teamsters Local 986 Teams 1 and 2 to Palm Springs Unified School District, PSUSD OE-4.9. Can I get a motion to approve 17B?
Move for approval.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Item 17C, approval of initial bargaining proposals for the 2026-2027 reopener negotiations from Palm Springs Unified School District to California Teamsters Local 986, Teams 1 and Teams 2, OE-4.9. Can I get a motion to approve 17C?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. 17D, approval of Head Start and Early Head Start grant application OE-10.9. Can I get a motion to approve 17D?
Move.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. 17E, approval of monitoring report governing policy R-3, academic achievement for citizen, R-3. Can I get a motion to approve 17E?
I move the motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. 17F, approval of monitoring report governing policy R-4, academic achievement for health and personal development R-4. Can I get a motion to approve 17F?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. 17G, approval of monitoring report governing policy OE-7, operational expectation, asset protection OE-7. Can I get a motion to approve 17G?
Move for approval.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. 17H, approval of monitoring report governing policy OE-11, operational expectations, learning environment, and treatment of students OE-11. Can I get a motion to approve 17H?
Move for approval.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. We'll go down to item 18. Superintendent's consent items 18A through G. Would anyone like to pull an item for discussion or review? Can I get a motion to approve superintendent's consent items 18A through 18G?
So moved. Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. G. Oh, that's, sorry. We're on to 19, sorry.
19.
Information item 19A through 19E. As a reminder, the following items are information only and are required no action. The board has received and reviewed this information. Item 20, do any board members have suggestions for future agendas?
I do. Could we plan for a future agenda some type of discussion about our work days and a progression of how those work days would go? And even if it's just two, making the plan as a draft so we can start to prepare for those days.
What exactly?
I'm proposing that maybe two members get together and start a draft for our work days coming up in June.
Okay. Is that okay with everyone?
So it'd be an agenda planning, but an agenda planning between the president and a board member, so that we know what the agenda is going to be on which days.
Okay, so you want agenda planning for those 2 days?
Yes, that
Special meeting.
is that right, Sergio?
Pardon me?
For a special meeting.
Yes.
Do we need a special meeting? I think if it's just two and one person and the president.
No, not special meeting. The agenda planning for the special meeting.
Yes.
In July. In June.
Maybe I misunderstood, but I thought we just talked about that to address earlier tonight, to address Charlie's issues, Charlie's concerns about not having enough time to go over our policies and stuff.
So you, is that what you're asking about, Madonna?
Actually, in past years, there have been times where the consultant we use does the agenda planning. So, and there have been times where two board members, like me and Karen, get together and we do the agenda and make the progressive plan for what we're going to do in those work days. And so my recommendation is that we do that ourselves, and two board members, Karen and someone else, or just so that we have an agenda ready for those days.
Is there a date that we could get together and for agenda planning for those 2 days? And we may switch that around. We may do his on the second day and board policies on the first day. Okay, thank you. That's a good idea.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything else for agendas? No, okay. Number 21, regular board meeting. Our regular board meeting will be held on May 26, 2026 at 6 p.m. Does anybody have anything to debrief?
I have just a quick comment. So Dr. Funches is always very quick to recognize everybody else on his team. I'd actually like to recognize him because he was actually recognized by Region 19 just the other night for the Marcus Foster Award.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, he's only been in the region for just a few months, and he was up, his name was being recognized with people that have been in Riverside County for many, many years. So it goes to show the work that you've already done here in Palm Springs is being recognized all over the county. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff, for that. We certainly didn't mean to not recognize you for your award. No, it's not okay. Thank you. Anything else for debrief? Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I move the most.
Can I get a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed.